Hi, kids and kidless. Surprise. Thought I'd come on for a little bit this morning before I do my Zoom. Zoom. How's everybody this morning? Thank you for joining me. This is JLJ this morning, live and in living color. We're going to talk a little bit. How that? My coffee, I have my Matt's applesauce. I want to thank you, everybody, for shining your light on me. I want to thank you guys. Yes, last night. Oh, what a night. Why am I not able to? There it is. Shit, I was like, able to do what I want to do. Sorry, I'm sitting here going, why can't I paste what I want to paste? Why does it do that to me? Okay, save. So I guess I'm trying to do two things at once, but this thing is like giving me grief. Okay, there we go. There we go. There we go. Okay, now I come back to you. Going, here I am. Here I am, the one that you love. Susan, you were there last night. B for Ashes, hello. The James Law Jr. I guess I'm something else, right? I guess. But Susan, you were there last night. I want to thank everybody who came last night and who are watching now. I'm going to do, everybody's commenting. So I'm going to give it a weekend because everybody's kind of watching. Next week, I'm going to do a video where I'm going to read the comments. I want Sprina to be able to continue to have their voice heard. So I'm going to read the comments next week. I've seen some really great comments in there. So I'm going to do that next week. So expect a video of me reading the comments. We're going to continue the conversation. Like I said, I'm committed to this. I'm not going to just do these little one-offs. That's it. I'm here committed to fighting for equality, of course. That's what we're going to do. Hi, Rodelli. Hello, Rebecca. Hello, Speedy. Maria. We're going to continue doing that. So I want to say thank you for everybody who came last night on a Friday. That was the largest audience I ever had for any show I've ever done on a Friday night. It's broke records. The show is, I think, almost at 1,000 views at this point. It's just doing so much. You know what I'm talking about? I did a show on race and Sprina with Candace Mack and Walker. And it was controversial for some people. I cried, laughed, whatever, cussed. Hi, Sherry. There is somebody, I know some folks, there are some folks are going to feel they know what they know and they don't give a shit what we say. And there are other folks who are open to wanting to hear and gather information. And then there are folks who just have open arms and, are there. So, but I still support every single person that came last night. Anybody who came, I want to thank David who gave, I get a chance to say it last night. It was super chat last night. So David, thank you for the super chat last night. But I said, we're not the enemy. Like we're saying, you can disagree with us or don't think we're saying the right things or whatever. But my thing is, we are on your side. That's all. That's actually the whole point. It doesn't matter if Walker is a fan of Sprina or not. It doesn't matter. He wants the girl to have a good storyline. It's like we still are supporting Black women. We're still supporting equity in shows. We're supporting that soaps just across the board. Just have, if you're a good actor, you get some good story, and that's what we all keep trying to say. So that's kind of thing. Hi, Judy. Exactly, Rebecca. That's what we're saying. So I'm not getting to the details. I'm not doing a soap show. But I just wanted to say that because tomorrow I'll be talking about it. We're back tomorrow again. GH Mini Spotlight, Y&R. We'll talk about that more then. I'm not covering all the soaps either. I gotta watch them later today. But I just wanted to say thank you seriously for coming through, spending your time with us. If you're watching it later at the replay, thanks for watching it later on the replay. Again, I want to hear your comments, and so. A lot of folks are putting their heart and soul into responding. So your comments will get read. Now, I did get one comment this morning on a DM. I'm not going to tell who the person is or anything. I'm not going to do that to them. But to me, it was a nonsense comment. And all I have to say about that is that I think I always feel like if you pick, we said some part of storyline wrong or whatever, not about Spree, about somebody else. And I'm like, if that's all you got out of a misspoke of a part of a storyline, that's all you got out of the whole thing. 2.5 hours of like race and gender and talk, then I'm sorry. Then I have no, I don't, I said, keep that nonsense to yourself. That person has since apologized to me, actually, and they gave me their critique on the rest of the shows, which I said, that's what I want to hear. Yeah, we don't know everything perfectly. We don't say everything perfectly. We just don't. But for folks who do that, I always think that's the problem with the world. We have to be not distracted by things. It's just like, let's just see what things are, and like this, we want equity. That's what we all want. We all want it. But matter if you like the couple or not, we want equity. We want everybody to have a fair chance. That's all. And that's all it is. We want the audience to feel good on some level. If you're going to lead us down a path, deliver something, give us some nuggets, do something. That's all we're trying to talk about. And we just gave you, we wanted to give you insight because the three of us do care. We do care. And if you, some people may not know Walker as well, but Walker has supported Screen Nation from the very beginning. And me and Candace, we're always out here working on talking about soaps, talking about mental health. I have a mental health chat today. You can still sign up for it too. It starts at 12 noon Pacific Standard Time, 3 Eastern. It's $10. You can still sign up. I will send you a link. But we're committed to being there for our fans and for the followers and for soap watchers. I think our records speak for themselves. I think my record speaks for itself, clearly. So we're here. We want the best. We want the best for you guys. That's exactly what we want. So we said we want to get on here. We want to talk to you. We want to give you some insight on what we know. We give you some insight on, we come to my Zooms, I'm always talking stuff, but you got some insight on the industry. You got some insight on what we go through. We got some insight on what sometimes the actors go through. We gave you some actual facts of things that do go on in the business. So that's what we wanted to arm you with something that you can go, oh, okay, well, now I know what that means, or now I can see why that didn't happen. And we also want to share with you that we're perplexed, that we recognize something changed. We don't understand either. We don't. And the thing is, for us to come online and tell you we don't have, see, I think if we had the answers, it'd be a little weird. But we came on and it's like, we're here to, we're with you. We're soap fans also. We're dismayed also. So I started at 5. Well, we started at 5 yesterday, my time yesterday, Pacific Standard Time yesterday. But it's out there for everybody to watch. But yes, I was just saying, but we wanted to give you a little something so you can say, okay, going on. But like we said, if you want to write letters, you want to protest, any of that stuff, do what you want. We're telling you we don't think it's going to be the greatest, but you want to do it. We will still support you. I will never tell anybody, like I said, I will never tell anybody not to do something. You do what you feel is in your heart. That's for any fandom. And I will support you guys. I will retweet or spotlight or whatever. I'll still talk to the actors, bring them on. I'm going to continue to, support where I can. And I was there for the Plain Banner. I was there for a lot of different things. IDC Soap Sanctuary, hi GH fam. So I just wanted to say that. Now tonight is me and Albert Bostic also. Albert wanted to interview me. So on his channel tonight at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, you guys got to show some love and come over there to his channel. I have no idea what he's going to ask me. I have no idea how the show's going to go. But it's going to be me and Albert one-on-one. I said, you can have me, do what you want. So we're going to see what happens. So we'll see what happens. So you don't want to miss that. That's at 5 o'clock later on today. So Pacific Standard Time, 8 Eastern. So you want to check that out. There you go, DCM, check that out. Well, GH fan, and ultimately, I would almost agree with you. It's Frank Valentini and the network. It's both. Which one you started today? You know me, Tony. Start all kind of trouble. And you and I are double trouble. That's what I'm doing. I'll be on Albert Bostic's channel at 5 p.m. You want to talk to me? Let's see what we talk about. You know me, I'll tell truth, shame the devil. That's what I do. And Tony has a special guest tomorrow on Audition Days. Did you announce to the folks yet who it is, Tony? Audition Days has a special guest tomorrow. And this person's a friend of mine I've known for years. And so I'm very, my sister, sorry, my sister's texting me. Tony, I always say that all the time. I'm not bad. I'm just drawn that way. Hi, Eskimo Beauty. And then DC, of course, always try to make everything. So yes, you know. So it's my girl who played Megan Hathaway Demira. Is going to be on the show tomorrow, Miranda Wilson. Miranda is a joy and delight. I've known Miranda for about 7-8 years now. And she is, and you guys have loved our videos over the years together. We always have, we're like two old friends. We have the best talks. And so we're gonna do it again. But I was just like, well, right now she's on the height of Days of Our Lives. She should be audition days, and like that should be the focus for right now. But now she's off. At some point, she and I will have one of our conversations about life. We've been wanting to do that. So she's not, because we're always going back and forth stuff. You know, we've hung out together off camera and stuff. We do things off camera. We're doing something on camera. So like go audition days tomorrow and watch it after YNR and GH tomorrow. You go to audition days and watch them and watch that interview. So make sure you do that. You do that. Oh, and Tony, if you're still on here, my sister says she wants to go see the Peter Pan Goes Wrong also. So maybe it's all of us again going together, Tony. I'm gonna look into the tickets probably later today. And Tony, I just do this because usually Tony and I were talking in the morning. So, and Tony, one more thing. We're all waiting to see if Beetlejuice is good after you go see it. We all are kind of like, we want to see, once you go see it first, tell us it's good, and then we go from there. So hopefully you got both those messages, Tony Moore. Hello, peoples. Yeah, last night we broke records. We had the most people on a Friday night. So I had up to 150 people watched us on a Friday night for 2 hours. I've never had that on a Friday night. So this race situation in soaps is a major thing. And I said, yeah, we praised for the Peter Pan. Okay. I'm looking at tickets. I think they're around $40. I think. I don't think they're expensive. I was trying to look at my phone and just I want a clear view of the seats. I couldn't see it. Thank you, Eskimo Beauty. DJ Glow, I haven't seen you such a long time. Hi, DJ Glow. I've missed you. Hello. It's funny, some of you guys are my regulars. When I don't see you for a while, I miss you. Like, dang it. I haven't seen you in a while, DJ Glow. Last night was a trip. It was a trip. I cried. I'm always crying. It's like, why am I crying? I'm always crying. You know, I know, DC, I saw your comment last night. I completely disagree completely. I saw your comment. You wrote it like 3 or 4 times. I didn't want to read it because I thought if I read it, you're gonna get tranced. I mean, you feel that way, that's fine. But I think it's completely, the population is changing. Tony, it was a small screen. The man with glasses was a small screen. I wanted a full picture on a larger screen. Mm-hmm. If you don't go away, exactly. Well, James fan, you never go away. I can't miss you. But I'm bummed. But no, the population in major cities is changing. It's not mostly white anymore. So if they're serving just their population, if you go by that logic, that makes no sense. Bold and Beautiful, that makes no sense. And there's mostly Latino here and not a Latino on the show. So that's why I said I didn't want to say anything on that. I didn't want to say anything on that show. But I'm just saying I don't agree. I just don't agree with that statement. I think that's not. I don't think that's a good statement. I personally don't even think they even think like that. I feel like it's just a status quo. Against my opinion, this is how it's always been. I don't think they even think about diversity. It's just like, it's just always been this way. And that's what they serve. See Cole over here. You know what I mean? I don't even think it's a conscious thing of even like, okay, so we're gonna, because they used to always say middle America and stuff. I don't know if they're doing that anymore either. I think it's more like just like it's always been this way. We don't think outside the box. We have small budgets. We want to stay on the air. We're just gonna give them what we've always given you. That's why a lot of times storylines are recycled over and over again. And very few shows take chances. I think literally that's what it is. Because Bold and Beautiful is sold as an international soap. It's a little different. So there, I mean, so if there was a certain population, it would be like Italy, it'd be Rome. I don't know, it's just kind of like, I don't know if that's the right, I don't know. So I'm just saying you feel that way, that's fine. But I disagree. But I didn't want to bring it up on that show last night because it was just so a little much. I'll bring it on here with you. I'll talk to you about it, and that's fine. So for something they can feel they can market to national assets. Well, they do. I mean, Bold and Beautiful is the biggest soap in the world, and why not market it as a primetime soap? And they do very well, and that's why they're not really in any danger of being canceled. People are like, they're gonna get canceled. Not them. Those two soaps are sold overseas. They're fine. General Hospital is not sold overseas, and Days of Our Lives now is on streaming. Days of Our Lives has actually saved themselves by going on streaming. I think that's what's so wonderful about that. And yes, and the Maya storyline got all botched. There are no gays in the design. You know me, I'm always talking about, I like Bold and Beautiful, but I'm always talking about, yeah, that's what I'm saying. There's certain comments that there was too heightened. I was like, I'm not going to add that to the mix. But I mean, everybody, again, I said it was a safe space for everybody to say what they feel. Like I said, there are folks I'm sure who don't agree with us, who I know don't agree with me. They think me and Walker and Cash are being defeatist and you got to fight for our lives. And it's okay, that's fine. We're just telling you how the entertainment industry is not a normal industry. And we're just trying to tell you, Tony and I talk about this all the time. It is not normal. Hi, Lawler. I haven't seen you a long time either, Lawler. How are you? I've seen some people I haven't seen in a while. And Jeannie, I haven't seen you in a while either, but I think he came on a week ago or so. I haven't seen you in a while either. That's possible. I don't know if that's true, but that's possible. I don't know. That part I don't know. It is true. It could possibly could be true. But I'm not getting to semantics of all that. It's my whole thing is just that we're in America, folks. The landscape of Americans has changed completely. Hello, Miss Tracy. It's changed completely. And what is the majority is changing completely. And there are a lot of Americans who don't have problems with a black and white couple or a gay couple or anything. I mean, they do all these polls, and most of them don't really care. They're fine. So that's what I'm saying. Who are you hiding from? Why can't we have Asians on screen? Why can't we have more, Latinos on? Like, what is the problem? And music is fine. Yeah, music's totally diverse. Music's good. Movies, again, we got problems there too. Movies and TV are the two places, but sports, music, it's fine. So I understand. And daytime, I just understand. It's daytime's a dying breed. It's only 4 subs left, people. Only 3 on network. You have to adapt and change. That's somewhat, it's nice. Well, it's very good to see you today, Law. I hope you're doing very well. Enjoy your vacation, and we'll see you when you get back. Look forward to seeing you when you get back. You're one of my favorites, so it's like I haven't seen you in a while, so it's good. It's good to see you. Yes, Andy Cohen. Well, Andy Cohen is not completely wrong. It's the OJ trial is what started killing it. That was first. And then reality TV and IE, also the Housewives included, and started that also. It was a very well-known fact here in Los Angeles that under when magazines were big, mostly everything now is is print. Wait, is digital. But when they were actually print magazines, they said after a while, for a while, it was mostly housewives and Bravo related drama that made the cover of magazines. And then they ran out, kind of, so they got tired of them. They went back to celebrities. For a while, they went off celebrities for a while because they weren't selling enough. The housewives, all that stuff was selling. The Kardashians, all that stuff was selling. And then they finally went back to celebrities again. So the housewives have definitely had an effect. I didn't watch the Housewives show in years, but I did just watch the Housewives back in the day. I did. Everybody else. Lori, well, hi Sabrina. So Andy is not complete. Okay, I'm not a big fan of Andy Cohen. I personally, I don't know him personally, but just some of the things I've heard and seen, I'm just like, it always seems smarmy to me. I just have no use for him. But I give him all his props for what he has done for television. He did change face television. He did. Yes, there are Genie on that show. There are on days. But he changed face television. He did. Right? You can't deny him that. He has. For better or worse, he did. I'm not getting into an Andy Cohen discussion. Maybe on my Zooms I'll do that. I'll do that, but not here. I'm not going to do a discussion. Well, everything Lawler, everything Andy Cohen does is self-serving. We know that. I read all his books except for his latest one. They're good. He has tapped into the pop culture world, and he found a lane. I admire anybody who finds a lane, and he found a niche, and he filled it. He did. I can't. It's like just like I'm not a Tyler Perry movie fan, but Tyler Perry found a niche, and he filled it, and he built it from scratch. Andy Cohen built these things from scratch and took a chance, and we all lapped it up. I was part of it. We lapped it up. I watched all the Housewives shows, the beginning of Housewives shows, all of them. And Andy Cohen claims he was a fan of like All My Children. So he's friends with Kelly Ripa. So I was curious what that. I don't know what all that's about. Again, I have no use for Andy Cohen, so that's like he does his thing, I do my thing. We're all good. And so there's other people I look to as role models. Not Andy Cohen. I look at people like Byron Allen, even Tyler Perry. I look at him as a role model. People who, Eva Longoria, Sama Hayek, people who are behind the scenes producing and putting out content that actually means something and it can be fun. I have friends doing these crazy little dramas and audiobooks. I support people who actually are trying to affect change in the world. So that's who I like mostly. And I'm sorry, I'm a person, people of color. I look for those and women and people with disabilities. I look for people who are doing amazing work. In Robbins, I enjoyed the discussion. Thank you. Again, Robbins. I was just thanking everybody earlier for watching, and I'm going to do a show next week where I'm going to read the comments. I want to continue to give Sprina fans and GH fans a voice. I'm going to do that. Well, the thing is, they're like, I would say DC soaps and reality TV are like cousins to each other, right? They're from the same family, from the same family tree. But you're right, they're not exactly the same. And then, of course, there's certain reality shows that are different. But I mean, everything's a soap opera. It's hard to not compare anything because think about it for a second. Everything is a soap opera. They don't call it soap. Every nighttime show that has a storyline arc or has a cliffhanger or has, it's all soap. They just don't call it that. You're like, what do you think about it for a second? Think of shows that do that. Kissing Cousins. There you go. But you know what I mean? Like that's literally what they're all cousins to each other. It's all one hand or the other. They all have the same. They have a lot of most of the same audience. Oh, that's Lawler. I agree with that. That's why I say women make up the most audience watching soaps. So I always wonder how women like some of these storylines. I'm thinking they're right. 'Cause, yeah, I'm getting upset at certain storylines going, I'm tired of pregnancies. I'm tired of this. But I'm like, okay, women, you guys see this thing. I mean, this was written for you, by you, for you at one point. So I always wonder how women feel about these storylines. I'm like, if I'm getting upset, I'm a man. I'm not getting upset about it. I'm like, this is too much. It is too much. And I think so. They have to. We have to look at the audience isn't dumb. I think we have to look at the audience. The audience is smart. The audience is loyal. The audience will. I mean, I have a loyal audience. I love you guys. I treat you guys like gold. When you get a loyal. I mean, I got a fucking name after me, the Lotties. I have also other fan bases. Tries Tigers, the Hardys, Spirit Nation. I mean, I have people who follow me, and I don't take that for granted at all. Again, thank you for that also for following me. I just never take it for granted. I think if soaps really did look at their fans and treat them a little better, because it's like some fans they ain't dumb. I that's one thing I say. So I said some crazy soap fans, but I said soap fans are not dumb. They're not. Not at all. So don't treat them that way. Don't lead them down a path and then suddenly, we're gonna do something different. I mean, I'm a writer, so I know it. I know it's like I'm a writer. You have ideas, and I do agree with Walker and even Frank and agree. They're not trying to kill your soaps. They'd be out of a job. Why would they want to do that? Just that some people think what they're writing is good. It's that simple. It's not that complex. They think they're writing good soap. That's their writing. They think they are. They think they're writing good soap, and you're gonna love it. They can't wait for you to see it, and that's just and that's just in that and you see because sometimes things on paper look good. You're like on paper that looks good, and then it happens and on I was on print or whatever, and it's not good. So I think a lot of times they think, I think sometimes they think of just character and they don't look at optics. They don't look at race or size or gender. They just write it and they think, oh, let's look good with this person, blah, blah. And they don't see it. And plus, you have to give some writers, and also I'll give them some credit. They're writing pieces of scripts all the time, up to 8 episodes a week. That's a huge job. And I know what it's like to write. So I mean, you're just writing, 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 writing. You may not even paying attention sometimes to what you're doing, or you're doing this part, and it goes to another writer to finish the other part, and then some gets lost in translation. I just think it's a tough job. It's a tough job just writing. Period. Come up with a story. Then you also have to remember there are network, there are producers that have their says too. Change this, add this. No, we don't want that to happen. There are things that happen in real life with actors, like they have to go on maternity leave. Well, now we got to change the whole show to reflect that. How do we do that? It's like there's a lot of stuff. Obviously, that goes into this. It's a lot. I said, I don't know if I want to write for a soap opera. It's a lot. It's a lot of work, and you got to stay in budget. You have a large cast. You got and then you do have fans, but then you have fans who like this couple, but you have fans who like that couple. You have fans who like this pairing, fans who like that pairing. So like, who do you go with? You follow this pairing, and you're also supposed to give some intrigue and something. It's a lot of work. So I'm not saying I could sit there and do it. I'm not saying that at all. I'm not saying I can just well, I can come in there and do it and write a good show. I mean, we all have ideas, but you got to execute it. And it's like, can the actor act? Can the actor this? I mean, it's a lot of stuff. So far, the strike isn't affecting the soaps yet, but it will shortly. It will shortly. That's a lot of stuff. Lawler coming in hot. Lawler's like, this was wrong. This was wrong. You tell it. Oh, Lawler. It's a lot. But, I will continue to talk about soap stuff. Obviously, I'll continue to, speak out. Frank and I will speak out. Tammy and Amanda, I will speak out what we think. It's, I do all my shows. So just keep tuned. So GH30 is the show that I did that on. GHB Spotlight is tomorrow. Why Not Me Spotlight is tomorrow. I do a bunch of soap shows, just period, where I talk about stuff and bring things up. So continue to tune into that. Work it out. We work it out. But Lawler, exactly, me too. I said, I'm gonna keep watching. There are some folks that are not gonna watch anymore. That's fine. I stopped watching shows. I did. But for a living, I do these shows. So I'm gonna keep watching. I don't stop watching. I'm gonna keep watching. But I understand for some folks, if it's too much for you and you're just like, I just can't take it anymore. That's Walking Dead. I keep saying that's my big example of Walking Dead. I stopped watching after I think 8 seasons. And I was like, I was done. Because we all have the rights. We always forget we have the power. We all have the rights to what we watch. But here's the problem, folks. Not everyone is online. The majority of fans are not online. That's the issue. Now, see, if the majority of fans were all online, and everybody said, we're doing a brownout or whatever, a blackout, we're not gonna watch GH for a week, then everybody stopped, that would do something. You'd be like, hey, what happened? But literally, us online, I include myself, us online, we're a small percentage of the soap fan audience. We're just loud, but we're not the majority. We're not. I have some people I know who are not even on Twitter. They're on Facebook, but they don't really care. They're not on any social media. They don't talk about soaps with anybody. They tune in every day and watch the soap opera, no matter what goes on. And they only talk about it if I come to town, then we talk about it. I have so many people who don't even know they have no clue what's going on. They don't know behind the scenes stuff. They don't follow any stuff. It's crazy. We are literally, people online think that a loud majority. We're not. We're actually the minority. So if we got everybody on, that's just a hard truth. But I'll tell you something. The execs of these networks know what's going on. They have an idea. You guys have done enough where they know. They know what's going on. It's just, do they care? That's the question. But they do know. They know. A lot of them know what's going on. They do. Many of you guys have done your job and it's made Thank you. So I want to change the subject a little bit and see how is everyone. Jeannie, I may be in Africa in November. I may be in Lagos, Nigeria. Stay tuned for that, Jeannie, everybody. Stay tuned for that. I'll find out more on Monday. Well, you know what's funny, Lawler, as you bring this up. There's my sister, everybody. She's in here. Everybody's going to Threads. I haven't done it yet. Like, why aren't you on Threads? I've been busy, bitches, doing work and entertaining you people. I've had a chance to go on Threads and set up an account. I'll do it at some point, I guess. People are going on Spill for the Black folks, apparently. And it's also Sproutable. And JR's, my brother JR's Blue Sky. I'm like, I'm like, kids, I'm old. I feel like I'm on 10,000 platforms as it is. You gotta try to give me more work to do. Soap Twitter's bonkers anyway. Why would I want to follow Soap Twitter over somewhere else? I'm barely on it anyway as it is. I love you guys. I love Soap Twitter. And I hate Soap Twitter. You guys are crazy. That's driving me crazy. You're like kids. I love you one day, and next day I don't want to be bothered. So I don't know. I don't know, guys. I don't know. I'm just like, ugh. So we'll see. But everybody's like, get on. I'm like, get on Threads. Get on Threads. I'm like, ugh. Now I don't want to get on Threads. Like everybody, they're trying to get me to do a Twitter Spaces. I'm like, ugh. Twitter Spaces shit. I might have Flubbo's on here too. Oh, I got Flubbo and Sandra. We're all here together. That's hilarious. They both go at the same time. That is hilarious. Well, my thing is good for you guys. I do this for a living, so I don't talk soaps 24/7. I do it for a living. So for me, it's like, you want to be nosy. I know JR said you're on there. He said Sandra's on there. So okay, I'll get there at some point, I guess. No, I want you guys to have a place to feel safe and sane and have a conversation. The fans be able to have a place to go to where they're not, attacked and bullied. I mean, so we don't need that. It's just so dumb. But we also need a place where they're not effing with your accounts either. Twitter's like, oh, they're all over the place. I don't get it. It has to be my Mott's applesauce. Lots for Mott's. So yeah, so we'll see. I may go to Africa and never come back. Fuck everybody. I'm gonna go. If you fingers crossed, it's a very cool opportunity. Pharrell Williams will be there. It's a big international fashion show. So they BBC is involved. They asked me, so we'll see. We will see what happens. But either way, it's nice to be thought of. It's nice to be brought into a room, and I say room in just like in quotes. And Flobo knows this. Tony knows this, who was on earlier. Anybody who's in this business knows. You just put your name in someone's mouth. As long as your name is someone's mouth in places, you never know what opportunities you'll get. And that's the hard part, is getting your name in someone's mouth. That's why at the end of my show last night, which again, let's see how many views we got right now. I'm gonna see how many views we got, because this show last night was bonkers. It was crazy. We're at 834 views in just 14 hours. 834 views. It's only 14 hours. I haven't even got 24 hours. So thank you for thinking race and equity is important. But that's part of the thing. And that's why at the end of my show last night, I thanked a bunch of white folks who have always been on my side. I was like, as soon as I said that, James, I knew you guys were going to say that. I know you're very, Jeannie, you're very far. I know I'd love just like that. But I just really feel, when you actually do the hard work, you want someone to see it. You want somebody to see that, oh my God, you do this, and say, we want you. So that's always that's a goal to have happen. So I've been very fortunate in my career. It's happened several times to me. And yeah, and this soap thing, I'll be curious if people say, but when I die, I'll be curious to see what the soap books say after I go. I'll be curious. Was I just a rabble rouser? Was I somebody who just caused problems? I don't know. Did I do something that was worth somebody's time? Well, I guess we'll see what happens. So I don't know when I'm gonna drop dead, but when I do, I want somebody to go to heaven and tell me what they say. Oh, when I'm in heaven, can I look down and see what they're saying about me? I think I'm going to heaven. I want them. But yes. But in the meantime, while I'm here, I'm continuing to be loud and proud and dangerous to know. That's what we're going to do here. But yeah, I hope it does work out. It's a trip. The whole thing's a trip. And it's a trip. So we'll see what's going on. I could use some good opportunities. But I did book my tickets to the Midwest. I'm going to cross the country. New York didn't work out after all, but I am going cross country, and I'm very excited. And so I know those tickets are booked in September. So I can't wait to leave. We're gonna think positive. I'm leaving town. I don't care. I'm getting on a train. I also booked my tickets. If you are hardy, I will be there on the 23rd of this month. I'm the special guest. The SoCal Hardys. I'll be in San Juan Capistrano for the afternoon. So I booked my tickets. I'm gonna go down for the morning, hang out for a while, do the whole thing. So I'm very excited about that. And next week I'll be in Vegas. I'm coming, Susan. I gotta message you, Susan, about a couple of things. I keep meaning to do it, and I keep forgetting. Nothing bad. I just keep forgetting to do it. Because you offered something I need to figure this out. So I have like 10,000 things. My mother needs me for stuff, which my sister knows about. My sister and I saw my mother yesterday. And my brother and I told my mother last night. So she needs some stuff. I got to squeeze that in. Plus, I have new sponsorship. I got to work on that. I have so much. You guys have so. I never have days off. I never have days off. Never. And I got to still tend to my garden. We don't want that. My garden is my baby. I will drop all of you from my garden. Can't let that thing fall apart. Ugh, it's so much work, you guys. I've been here. I work. Thank you guys. I appreciate the kindness. I try to work very hard, and I try to work for you. I try to give you what you want. Of service to you guys. That's my number one thing. And you guys have awarded me handsomely over the years. I've been in this business 15 years, which I can't believe. Yeah, literally 15 years. And I've been doing this portion, God, like 8 years, like that. So I am very fortunate, you guys. I listened from beginning to end last night. It was so good. I just hate that I missed it live. Thank you so much for what you do. Thank you, Sabrina. I started crying in the beginning. I was like, why am I crying? I mean, I mentioned Black women and I started crying. And I did not expect that. I had to get myself together. I love my Black women. I felt, I don't know, seriously, it just really hit me. Maybe because my mom or whoever, I don't know, it just hit me. I did not expect that. Trust me, that wasn't planned. I was like, and as it was happening, I'm going, I'm crying. I'm crying. I had to have Candace and them continue for me. So I put myself together. Well, I mean, that's how, this stuff, what we talk about may seem frivolous to some people, not important, but the arts are very important. Music, television, movies, sports. There are a lot of things that literally save people's lives. It's all about connection. We can all watch a sporting event and for 2-3 hours come together and have a good time. And that's what it is. And it's like, and people tune in, people are at home and they're like, I got nothing to do, but on Sundays, you give me something to think about for 2 hours. Take outside of your lives for a minute. DC, I was at AfterBuzz. AfterBuzz gave me my starts. And now we know who we are, who each other is. You and I have a very interesting history ourselves, DC. So yes, I get to do a show with you. It was wonderful. I want to support the next generations. I want to support the new guys. I've always have a support. And Jeannie, I support. I love you too. I support Black disabled people, capable and handicapped folks. I always have had talks on it. I try to put my money where my mouth is. I try to walk the walk and talk the talk. I am not a perfect person, and I am not a saint. But I'll tell you something, my word is my bond. I will do if I say I'm going to do something, I try to do it. If I say I can be there, I will be there. At the very least. If I say I'm going to support a cause, I will support a cause. As I'm wearing these shirts today, as they go into 11 weeks. 11 weeks. That's no story. And hi Lebanese, but I support all, I try to give all of you guys a chance and bring us all together. We're all part of the village. And I mean that sincerely and completely. I will always do that, you know. And I'm a candidate support. I do. Thank you. I'll take all flowers. I always get them. But I feel like I've been in the trenches for this long time, and I've been doing it. And I give Tony Moore got me in here, so he gets points for that. It would be here wasn't for him and his show, and he deserves his flowers too. But I know that I started network 3 years ago, which is crazy. And I tried to be there for you guys at the same time. Hi, Palm. 98 degrees in South Carolina. That's crazy. Ugh. And Leopardess, how you guys? But I do my best. I try to put my money where my mouth is. I try to say, okay, look at my record, Google me, whatever. I do what I can, but I'm not. I trust me. I know I'm not perfect at my stuff, but I do what I can because my voice is important. Your voice is important. All of our voices are important. You know, I always support. There's no competition. I support I support the others who do kind of what I do. You know, and I've had them on my shows. DC, you know, I've had you guys on my shows. I support anybody who's doing something positive. I will support you. It's one of those things where I always say, if you're out there trying to help yourself, then I'll try to help you too. That's just how it is. If you're doing something positive, well then come on over. That's just kind of how I do it. And I remember my guy Joshua Silverstein, who I love to pieces. The first time I met him, he was my Uber driver. And he was like, and he told me, I have a show coming in 2 months. It's called this, blah, blah, blah. It's like, I'm going to be, so you're a young Black man, I'm going to be there. When I showed up 2 months later, he almost started crying. He was like, you said I didn't think you were going to come. And so I told you I was coming. I mean what I say. I'm here to support. And now we're very good friends. Yes, Leverage, we did. We had a great disabled mental health time. I'm going to do more of those. I'm doing the caregiving talks. Today I have a mental health chat today. I mean, I'm on LBG. I do the LGBTQIA plus talks. I have some new ones to add to later in the year that were suggested to me. Someone actually suggested to me I should do a talk on the loss of a parent or parents. That was suggested, so I'm going to do that later in the year. We talk about everything, and there is soap fans and Star Wars fans and Marvel fans. They want so much content. They want it. Trust me, they want it. There's room for everybody, and we're all different. I have my own lane. And also I recognize there are people who don't like me. I know, surprise. There are folks who don't care for Frank or Tammy or Amanda. That's fine. That's fine. But there's other folks that totally do. Or go find someone else that fits what you need to hear. Yeah, we're gonna do loss of a parent. That's gonna be what we're gonna do. It's a lot of folks that have lost a parent, so we're gonna totally do that. I'm thinking October, probably October, around the holidays. Probably too, something around there. I know it's by you're writing. I'm so happy you're writing. Yes. Oh yeah, Xander, we need to have you there. You came to the caregiver one. You need to come to that one. Yes. But yeah, I'm glad. Leopardess. I've several people who've taken my writing classes are actually publishing books now. That makes me happier than life itself. I know it's, and I have more classes coming up this week. I have more classes coming. I know. Leopardess, DC. Leopardess likes you and Frank, and Steve Burton. Those are you three. Those are her people. Steve Burton. I have coming up next weekend, next Saturday, tips to a successful interview. And then the following Saturday, I'm doing how to start writing and how to create a soap channel. So I have some good classes coming up. And I want to check them out. Sign up for them. They're not expensive. Come sign up for them. We're good. But there's room for everybody. There is. I'm like, okay, start over, girl. But no, I mean, seriously, there's room for everyone. There's a lane for everybody. You just fill the lane and you do it. And you stay to your business and keep it going. Folks want all kinds of stuff. There's a lot of soap fans who they devour all of us. Now, I just want to be known, I was one of the first back in the day to do what I do. I just want to say that. No, write that fanfic. You'll love it. Thinking of this, okay, so I have a new client named Dr. Sahom Das. He's very cute, isn't he, DC? Very good looking. Check him out. I have more coming with him. Actually, we're going to do some soap stuff, related stuff together too. So keep in mind, he'll be coming to your screen soon. I want you guys to welcome him in. He's from England. He's a forensic psychiatrist, and it's really good. So you can watch that interview on Extra Connections. But I'm gonna have him coming into our world too a little bit, and he's really cute. But he's a great guy. I love him, and we're working together on some stuff. So I'm glad you liked it. Yes, and the Caregivers Zoom was really good. Oh my god, that was really good. Woo! We talk about it. We talk about it. I know. He is. No, he's good. I already told him. I said, you're good looking, so that should help. We laughed about that. He was like, I am. I go, yes, you are. He's totally married with kids and everything. But he's a great guy, and he's ready to tackle America. I said, I can get you out there. And not only you, just people were like, well, he's good. Yeah, he's good looking. So I'm like, yeah. So I have some more projects with him coming up. So you'll see more coming up with him. Well, you know me, I tell it. Somebody they're good looking, they're good looking. I'll say it. Man, woman, no matter. If they're hot, they're hot. Hot. Hot, hot, hot. Yes. But you know what my situation is. It's been 3 years, so I'm ready just to like turn to dust. Hopefully that won't happen yet. And everybody, thank you for Xander, my plane video from yesterday on YouTube is already at 2,000 views. Everybody's like, where is this from? I go, the proud bird. He started laughing because he's so brown, but he kind of blushed a little bit. He kind of blushed. And I was like, oh, God. The day stuff is hilarious. The day stuff, the body and soul is hilarious. Hi, Bridget Epps. I love live. Thanks for the live. Thank you. I appreciate that. I screamed, I yelled, I cussed, I cried, I laughed. I did everything last night. I was the most last night. I was like, okay, James Lott Jr. I know I was going to get into it so that heavily. Over 2 hours, folks. Over 2 hours. And I suggest you sit down, get a glass of wine, and listen and watch the whole thing. I know Miss Lucy. So right now, different platform. One platform she has almost 1,000 views. Another platform she's at 340. So she's getting her views. We have more of it, Lucy. My airplane videos, people are just like, they make fun of me. And I'm like, yay. Okay, I got a piece of business. Yay. Okay. I gotta send something. Yeah, our live last night, I was like, I got a little nervous. I was like, uh-oh. These folks are gonna get me. What's gonna happen? I was like, okay. It was good. Sorry, I'm sending. Someone just signed up for this Zoom this afternoon, so let me send them the invitation. You guys can talk amongst yourselves for a second while I do that. That's when I get that. I'll make sure I send it to them because it's in less than 2 hours. I'm gonna have to get off soon, I think. Shit. There we go. Okay, I sent that. And there you guys are. Oh, nope, that's what that is. What happened to my close? There you are. Oh yeah, so DC Soap Sanctuary brings up Randy Spelling. So Randy and I are actually friends. I know. I don't know Tori. I'm a huge Tori fan. Don't know Tori. Don't know his mom came, but I know Randy. So about God, how many years ago now? It's been about 10 years ago or so. I found out he was a coach. And he went to Oregon, he was a life coach. I was like, Randy Spelling's a life coach? Like he left the business? And I just simply reached out to him. And he reached out back to me. Randy is cute. Randy looks good now. I think Randy looks better now than he did back then. Because he's happy. I think he's happy. So Randy reached back to me and we just started talking. And we started agreeing on a lot of stuff and around the same age and everything. And so then I invited him on my show. And he said yes. We did our first show years ago. And we had a great conversation. We stayed in touch. We did a second show. Our first show was only audio because I wasn't even doing video yet. That's how long I've known him. I wasn't even doing video yet. And then the second show we did video, and then this last one I just reached out to him again, so let's do another one. But no, I've known Randy for years. I've known Randy for years, and so Randy's a great guy. He is really about changing his life, and he literally left Hollywood. He was like, "I'm good." And he's not about that life, and his life is very separate from Tori's and all that stuff. And yeah, he's really good, but he's good. So thanks for actually bringing that up. That's so funny. No, I love Randy. Randy's great. I know I have the weirdest friendships, right? I have people. I mean, I know a bunch of people. I hope Spencer makes love. Well, I'm talking outside. Can you read the tea leaves yet on when the writer's strike might? Nope. Actually, I can't. I know what the major conflicts are, but I don't know why it's not being fixed. They're asking for a higher wage because of streaming. Because streaming pays less than network, and streaming is the big thing right now. And they're asking for certain things in healthcare. So then DGA got their concerns. One of their concerns was AI. I know that's part of the writers too. One of the concerns is AI and protections against it, at least. But so far they're not getting nothing. 11 weeks, kids. 11 weeks. You're not the only one. There are a lot of folks who don't watch the shows anymore. They just listen to our shows. Same edition days. There are a lot of folks who don't watch days, but listen to edition days because we recap it. It's actually a smart way. We actually tell you what happens, then tell you our opinion. So you get to know what happened. Yeah. Oh, AI. Ooh, artificial intelligence, DC. So apparently it's the now. AI is this generated program where, this is just my short version of it, where it can create content. That's what's scaring everybody. Right now, it's not super sophisticated, but sophisticated enough that I've seen some stuff. I'm like, that wasn't a person who wrote it. That was AI. They also have hosts. They may not even need me anymore. They can get a AI computer generated person, looks like a real person, and program some words for it to say, and that's it. So now I'm getting heated. I gotta take this off. I gotta take that off. That's the thing. They're afraid that could happen. That's the whole point, DC. That's exactly the point. Hi, LaWanda Henderson. Welcome. Good morning to you too. That's the point. Yeah, I know. The comments went, the shadow shared. The comments went. They were like zoom, 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 zoom. They're going 1,000 miles a minute. I saw a few of them though. Oh, okay, kids. Okay, yeah, please watch. And thank you for watching, Ms. Henderson. I spilled on myself. Like a baby. I spilled myself. Hey, Robo James. Can you imagine an AI computer, AI James? Or James AI? But it could. Somebody could take my voice. I've seen technology. It was on 60 Minutes. They take my voice and so I can draw a composite of me, and it looks all those deep fakes. You're very welcome, Lawanda. I'm glad you enjoyed the chats. Thank you. I'm going to do a video where I'm going to read comments. So if you want to comment under the video there, please comment. I'm going to read the video. Read them. Even if you're on audio, I will read the comments. I'm going to go over to wherever the audios are, read the comments. And have a good day at work. And Donald, I want to train this thing right now. I'm going to Harlem. Oh, you're going to Harlem. Oh my God, I'm so jealous. I'm so jealous. I thought I was coming to New York, Donald, but I'm not. It didn't work out. I'm going as far as Ohio, but I wish I was coming. My next sub-Zoom, good question, Leopardess. It is going to be this month. It's on July 29th, a Saturday, 12 p.m. noon, my side time, so I think 3 o'clock your time. So that's the next sub-Zoom. We had one a few weeks ago, but our next one is at the end of the month. End of the month. But yes, James AI. They literally do a deep fake and someone could look just like me and sound just like me. And then you don't need me anymore. That's not the scary part. So luckily I'm a producer, I'm a director. I have other things I can do behind the scenes if I had to. If they don't want to see me anymore on camera. I like I am. But Lala, you know what I mean? I'm saying, but I'm being extra. I'm kind of funny also. But you know what I mean, Lala? It's kind of weird. Well, DC, hopefully you'll be watching me and Albert later today. But I know you're a busy person. You're always busy. But Thomas, right, Duan, exactly. That voice generate, exactly. I'm being funny in the sense that, I mean, they're not gonna, but they can. But I'm saying they have technology that can do it. That's just the point. Yeah, it is. I'm sorry. Flomo keeps trying to tell me to lean into it. It's like, I'm like, okay, I mean, I could get really dirty right now and say something, but this is a family show, so I won't. I'm not just gonna lay there and think of England. But I'm just like, I'm gonna fight it a little bit. I'm sorry. Got a lot to cuss about. They have a lot to cuss about. Our soap Zooms were good. We did one last Saturday. It was good, Leopardess. Them soap Zooms last 3-4 hours. We talk about, we go through every soap. And I think the soap that was the most was Y&R last time. Woo! Yeah, I'll say about Y&R. But Leopardess, it'll be great to have you back. It'll be great to have you back. I mean, it's been a long time since you've been to our stuff. But yeah, but just either way, I'm just saying it's to the point where there are some problems with AI. My one writer friend said that he asked them to write a script and it was still very generic. So they had to still have a person go through and personalize it. So, and that's true, Lawler. Exactly true. Exactly. Oh, Light Upon Light. I like your name, Light Upon Light. Shout out from Colorado. Love your passion for substance writing. I'm inspired. Oh, thank you, Light Upon Light. You're getting clapped today. I like Colorado, middle of the country. I love it. So thank you so much for your kind words this morning. I'm loving all the kind words today. I could use them. Thank you. I'll take it. I don't know to AI. We're fighting it. The Flomo's trying to keep me get me into it. My brother's fighting. My sister, we're all fighting it. My family's fighting it. So we're not just gonna lay there and take it. I mean, unless AI is cute. But yes, it's we're doing that. So yes. So it's really funny. So we'll see what happens. But that's part of the problem. But anyway, I needs love too. It lacks emotion. That's what I'm hearing. It lacks emotion. I want to I was gonna say something. Oh my God, Flo says what I was gonna say, and I totally forgot what I was gonna say. Thank you, George. Thank you very much. I'm glad. Did I see you last night, or did you watch it later? I can't remember. There were so many people in the chat last night. It was just kind of crazy. But yes, I love soaps. I love writing. I love all this stuff. I do. I love it. I love this business. It's crazy as F, but I love it. I do at the same time. I was telling Flo the other day, I can't believe I do this for a living. It's crazy. It's crazy talk. Crazy. But anyways, so that's why the whole writers fight on their fight. But see, on soaps, writers who are not SAG are going to start writing. They call them FICOR. So that's what's going to happen next. So that will affect our soap operas. We don't know how yet, but we're going to see. So it's going to be very interesting to see how they fall. I got another sign up for this. So yeah, we got some folks coming to the mental health chat today. You can still sign up for mental health chat. It's at 12 noon, so it's an hour and a half from now. You can still sign up and come to it. So I just got another sign up. So very good. Oh, human touch. The headaches are good. So you're on morphine and going to a pain clinic. Very good. You're getting attention. That's great. And I don't know, headaches. I had a headache last week and I thought I was going to die. I don't get headaches very often. But anybody who gets headaches on a regular basis, oh, I cried. Oh, yeah, George, I started crying. You started crying, see, because I cried. My sister and I laugh. We're both crybabies. I used to make fun of her all the time for crying, and now I think I cry more than she does. I'm a big ass baby. Flo will see me cry. I'm a big ass baby. I just start crying. I know. I started talking about Black women, and I started cheering. I just started crying. They're very important. I can almost do it again. I was like, oh, I almost do it again. I gotta stop. We're not there yet. Yeah, but women, period. But the women in my life, I really do. I look out for them, and I think it's just very important. Having daughters helps that. I think on some level. So it's like we have to look out for them. We have to look out for everybody. Not yet. I'm actually GH fan. I will have one, Ryan Bird, who always comes on at the end of the season. He already said, of course I'm going to do it. It's a tradition. But I'm in touch with the PR people there. And we said as it gets closer, then we're going to start setting up interviews. So I'm doing my show live every Monday at 5 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, 8 Eastern. When It Comes to Heart after show, it'll be me. So come join me live. We're going to talk about When It Comes to Heart. But yes, I'm sure they're all going to, I mean, I'm friends with Pascal Hutton and all them. I mean, I'm sure they're going to come on. Natasha, all of them. I mean, I'm sure they're going to come on. They were all friends. So I think, usually I get interviews throughout the month. So we're going to try to spread it out and do all that. But I'm already in touch with them. I made sure I secured that. So, yes. I was like, yes, everybody, I cried on my live stream last night. Yes, I cried. I'm a big ass man, and I cried. Cried like a baby, cried. I feel shit. I have emotions. I feel it. And it's okay for a man to cry. I hate doing it on camera, but when it comes out, it comes out. I don't want to show you my emotion, but I show it anyway. I get into it. I am not a phony or a fake. I feel everything. I just show it. I give it to you. That's like the male Oprah. I just give you whatever it gives you, just get it. So yes, I was crying, folks. I cried. Shit. Well, yeah. Once you have those headaches under control, you can start doing your life again. When I had Bell's palsy, I totally understand that. I had really bad headaches too. I know. James Jr. cried. He cried. He cried. I cried. I got teary-eyed. I cried. It's okay for a man to cry. I cry all the time in private. I sit and eat my hair in the corner and cry all the time. My folks said, did he cry? I cried. I did. I sound like a baby. So, but for a good cause at least. The other times I cry is because I'm just, for crazy reasons. But this time I cried for a good reason. For racial equality. I cried for racial equality. Yeah. I cried for women's equity. That's what I cried for. Yeah, that's what I cried. And boy, yeah, he did too. That's why Flobo. I haven't seen Flobo cry. I think I saw him get teary-eyed. I thought I saw him get teary-eyed once. But I think I've seen you cry. I cried. Mm-hmm. I cried tears for the world. Man cries. It actually really is. It is. Get it out. I'm a passionate person. I let shit out. I do. And I cuss. I know I cussed last night too. James Jr. cussed last night. I do. I get passionate. And just because I cuss doesn't mean I'm not a good person. So fuck that. Somebody said something in my DM. You cussed too much at one point. I'm like, fuck you. All I had to say. You don't like it? That's good. That's fine. It's my show. And if I'm passionate about something if that's all you got out of my conversation is that at one point I cussed too much at one point because I was passionate about something, then you're missing the whole point. It's the whole point. If that's what you're upset about, as I said a few cuss words. Exactly. Exactly. I cry for that every day too. That's what I'm saying. The whole point is, I'm like, if that's what you got out of the whole 2-hour conversation was that James cussed a little too much in one part, this is my answer. Right? And I told that person, I told that person, as if that's all you got out of that conversation, then there you go. I hope you guys, I said, I hope you got something else out of it besides that. And they didn't say nothing, of course. Like, they just want to say what they want to say, and that's fine. I'm not at church preaching to nobody. I was on a TV show on my YouTube. I know where and when how to act most of the time. I will say that. I've acted that before, nobody's do. But most of the time, I know where and how. I know my audience. I know what to do. It's my party, and I cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. Cry if I want to. You would cry too if it happened to you. Exactly. Thank you, Lawler. I appreciate that. Has there ever been a black GH found? Do I even need to answer that question? I think you already answered. As you're writing that statement, I'm sure you already know the answer to that. You're a grown ass man. Well, people can tune to get your way. But here's the thing. I always tell people sometimes, I'm learning more and more sometimes, it's like you have to find the message, not necessarily the messenger. If the message is still good, if the message is clear, if the message is something positive and affirming and validating, then that's the point. You may not like the person who says it. You may not like the way they say it. You may think they should do it this way or that way or whatever. You may be uppity, bougie, whatever. But if the message still comes across as something that's useful and vital, that's all that matters. Everybody has ways of relating to people. Everybody has ways of saying things to people, and they have the way they say things. And and like I said, I think sometimes we forget that we're human beings and we do get passionate. There's so many folks who are so unbothered by everything. Like, oh, okay, fine. Well, okay. It's like, well, sometimes you have to get a little passionate. And I don't care. I'm going to fight that stereotype of being the loud. I can be a loud black man or an angry black man, and that's okay. It's actually okay. I can be loud and sassy and all what I want to be and still give a good message. Right? I'm not going to let anybody tell me from stereotypes, well, that's an angry black man. You know what that means? No, what it means is I'm angry because I don't like what's happening and I'm bringing it to people's attention and we're talking about it. And my voice may get raised. Tears may come in my eyes. I may laugh. I may whatever. Because, I'm trying to help bring a point across. You know what I mean? It's like, come on, folks. Like, this kind of like, this one chick was like, you got a piece of the storyline wrong about Esme and Heather. I'm like, that's all you had to say was that? Like, 2 hours of race and equality conversation. You're upset because we misspoke about a piece of a storyline of a white girl? Really? Now, the whole conversation, that's what you wanted to. I told the person, leave that nonsense somewhere else. I said, don't come to me with that nonsense. I told the person that. Don't that nonsense. I left it there. Because I just thought that's what you got out of the whole thing. I'm like, come to me with what you think about what we said. That piece of a storyline point we got wrong. Okay, we got it wrong. Okay. And for those folks who are like, well, James, you're gonna eat your words later, and we're gonna make change happen. I'm like, I want to eat my words. I want to shove them down my throat. I want to be wrong. I would love that you guys all go down to ABC, you pick it, do all this stuff, and they go, oh my God, they're right, and they change their minds. I would love it. I'm dead serious. I will go on camera and be like, I was wrong. I'm glad that I was wrong, and I'm glad we have equity in the storyline. Oh, I have zero problem with that. I'm not always right, so I'm like, good. I'm just telling you what I hear and see in the business, and I'm Black in the business, so I do know something. Whether you believe I do or not, I do. I'm in the business. I'm not making shit up. I'm trying to give you a little piece of like what's going on here, so you guys get an idea. So you guys are more well equipped to know what's going on, to help protect your brains and your minds, and your feelings. I'm trying to share stuff with you, so you go, okay, so that's kind of how it works. If you can work the system, please, more power to you. I love it. And again, I'm not the enemy. I'm here. I'm on your side. I will spotlight you. I'll call my show. You tell me what you want. Oh, that's fine. I love it. And I said, I'm not going to give up either. I'm going to continue to showcase and work on this. I'm working on this stuff. I mean, I'm not going to give up either. On my end. Okay, Paul, bring up the Barbie movie. Okay, Paul. It does look kind of funny. I may watch it on streaming. I'm not going to theater to see it on streaming. The Dodgers won. I got a free pizza again. Every time the Dodgers win in LA, I get a free pizza from California Pizza Kitchen. That's just the funniest shit. So I guess I just got a notification, but I have to eat it. I can't do a to-go order. I have to order it while dining in. That's how they get you. But free pizza up here. Free pizza. You're at your destination now. Okay. Bye, sis. I love you too. I'm going to a Dodger game with Flobo later this month. I'm actually gonna go. Make sure I drink, eat Dodger dogs, everything. I'm gonna do. I'm spreading my horizons. Trying to expand my wings. That's why I can't get the words out. Shit. So of course I'm gonna film everything. I'm gonna film it because everything's content. Oh, I've been on 77 minutes. Shit. Okay, well I have to get off. I gotta get ready for my Zoom. Sign up for my Zooms. I have more this month. Join me. Let's have some fun. But everybody, please enjoy the rest of your today. It is Saturday, wherever you are. If you have hot weather, stay like Paul, stay cool. If you have cold weather, stay warm. If you're caregiving, good luck today with whoever you're caregiving. I understand that one. I will be on tomorrow with my folks doing the soap block. Shady Sunday will return. I got to finish watching the rest of the shows later. I love you guys. Have a great